Yo, what's up, y'all? Hey, we got Limitless Hoops here, live. Stop the music. All right, and I'm John Sanders. What's going on? Kieran and Declan Louth. I see you, Caleb. If you're here, check it in the comment section, per usual. All right, we will be having workouts tonight in the Aurora area at Montview, and then in the Broomfield area at Rocky Top. I believe it's a middle school. I think it's a middle school. All right, so be prepared for those things. Hopefully you're showing up. Hopefully you're ready to work. And then we have games this weekend, which will be announced tonight. I'm still waiting on the stuff to be sent by the league. And we're also working on a summer camp. We actually are. They asked me. I wasn't going to do one because I was like, we'll just do nighttime workouts. Evening workouts. I'll pay the extra price because you have to pay if it's outside of school hours. So it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which will be in Monday. The Monday workouts will be in Broomfield, starting in June all the way through August, I believe. And then the Wednesday workouts will be in Aurora, and the Friday workouts will be in Denver. I will be carpooling as many kids as I possibly can to these workouts. So hopefully you guys, if you need a ride, I have spots for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. All right, that's enough for a full workout. So maybe you guys can just meet at my place, and I'll just head out from there each time. But I'm really afraid of a kid showing up late, because that's when you can't show up late. I will be gone. You show up a minute and a half late, I will be on the highway. And so that might be an issue. But other than that, we'll have a fun summer. Summer's always a time to get extremely better. All right, so that's a fun thing as well. What's up, Teo Trujillo? What's up? All right. Other things that I noticed. So again, we'll find out the playoff day in time for the 1st and 4th grade. No one else is in the playoffs. All right, by tonight. So hopefully I'll send something out by tomorrow, or maybe even late tonight. All right. But what I noticed is that in the little intro things, I liked one of the drills because it had Kieran and a whole bunch of kids when it was a year ago. They look so much younger than they are now. They really do. Declan was right. All right, but you guys were doing bluff and recover, and I was like, whoa. Some people in the NBA don't do that, but I think that in the NBA they purposely don't do it because they have to just give up some things because there's a lack of help side allowed. So they do oftentimes just give up the corner three with no help, and they'll say better than a layup. But with NBA shooters the way that they are, it may not be better than a layup. I mean, a wide open three, if you shot 10 wide open threes, I think for a decent 3-point shooter in the NBA, that's at least 7 makes. Alright, so that's 21 points. And if you let them shoot 10 wide open layups, they can't get 21 points. Impossible. Unless you foul them. But yeah, so and that's just a math joke for any of you Adam's 12 kids out there who don't understand that 10 times 2 is 20 and 7 times 3 is 21. Don't worry about it. All right. But anyways, so you guys were doing stuff that that are high level thinking sort of things during the workouts. Let's see if you guys can apply those during the actual games. You guys do know them. And historically speaking, players in our programs have known a lot. And when we get exposed to other coaches, especially college coaches, it's always a trip. All right, to watch the college coach see one of our kids. And maybe they'll get him in a camp or something like that, and then they'll be like, what in the world? How do you know all this stuff? Because they honestly don't think that it's possible for young kids to know that stuff. They think that one, they just know that AU programs normally just wouldn't take the time to teach those things because it's a win now culture, right? And so, but we do take the time to teach these things, and we try to not care about the current pace of our wins and versus losses. We try to only care about that, and it's a hard road that very few people are willing to go down. Plus, it takes longer to teach kids these things, so they're probably just wondering, one, how are you so smart? 2, who in the heck is teaching you? Who has that much patience to teach this to a little kid? And 3, can you come to our school, because our freshmen do not even know this stuff, because they come in here blank slates. But, that's just the way that it is, and that's what we're taking advantage of with our program. So hopefully you guys are taking advantage of that, and you're actually learning the stuff to apply the stuff so we can do the stuff, all right? Anyways, great job so far. Let's keep going. Quote of the day. Quote of the day is, all limitations are self-imposed. Anytime that you see the word all, or never, or every, and these are absolute phrases, always take a close look. Always take a close look, and always be very doubtful when you hear stuff like that. How about like a lot, or a great many, or almost all limitations are self-imposed? But if it wasn't that, it wouldn't be our forward quote of the day, so it wouldn't be appropriate for this Wednesday. So it's all limitations are self-imposed. I actually think that this one's pretty close to being an absolute. I mean, you can say, well, human beings can't fly, but I mean, we figured out how to fly in airplanes, and maybe one day we can fly with our arms. Who knows? Like, you can say, we can't just be invisible, but maybe one day we can. I mean, we can't come back from the dead. Maybe not in 100 years. But like after that, we probably can figure it out. I mean, all limitations are self-imposed. But that's what this means, is that the limits aren't placed on you by any entity. It's not like God or your parents or your coach is saying that you can't do this. It's you. It's you who are saying that you can't do this. No matter what it is, you are able to figure it out. This is what self-imposed. Self-imposed is basically like it's like a curfew that you place on yourself, where your parents can ask you to go to sleep at 9:30, but what if you self-imposed that on yourself? See, so it's like that, and it's saying all limitations. So these are like the things that are out there that are slowing us down, the things that are going to be like our ceiling. All right, and here in this program, we are limitless. Alright, there are no limits on this program. Now, I chose that name because, I don't know, sounded kind of witty, but mostly because we can go year round, but also because I don't want us to have any limits. I don't want you to think I can only make it to this certain level if I try my hardest, because as soon as you think that, you've already docked yourself a couple of more extra points. If you say the only thing that I can do is get a A- at best, well, then you just destined yourself for a B+ at most. All right. The moment that you're like, I could get 110% if I go to the teacher's hours, if I study extra hard, if I take a pre-test, if I do the extra credits. All right, and then you go out there and you try all these extra things because you're aiming for 110%. All of a sudden, you fail and you fall short, and you only get 101%. I mean, you're still amazing, right? So you can't impose limits on yourself, even if it's like, I'm gonna get 100%. There you go. You gotta be, when it comes down to this basketball thing at least, saying, I want to be the greatest player on earth. Right? And if you need to, just to like calm your horses, to calm your jets, you can say, I want to be the best player that I can become. I mean, I think that's pretty high, and also staying humble at the same exact time. All right. So the absolute best player that I could become, that should be your only limit. If not, I mean, but like, heck, you can even get a little better than that. All right. So that's the quote of the day. All limits are self-imposed. All right, moving on to our stuff that we're doing, the itinerary stuff. All right, we got alley-oops, wall passes, deflect to layup, zigzag sprint D, anchor layups, and point break layups. We did that stuff last Friday, I believe. Something like that. Last Wednesday. Something. We did it last week. All right. So hopefully you guys got that stuff. Hopefully you guys are doing that stuff for the deflect to layup. Or you know what? Let's talk about the zigzag sprint D. I still want us to get great at that. I can't only be Kieran. I think some of the people are coming close. They are coming close to figuring it out. They're just not actually fast enough to do it. But I think that Declan and Derek have a chance to figure this one out. As for the future stuff, we got fake behind the back coming up here soon. All right, we got 3 decision drill, Reddick chase drill, ankle breaker crossover, penetrate and fill drill, sprint dribble, cone touch, all coming up here soon. But for tonight, we got the middle school stuff. That's one-on-one hurdles for losers, King's drill, chair duel, extended Monogenobi layup, athletic finish, and then ladder to sidestep series. Hopefully you guys can see this stuff online. Check out the demos. But for one-on-one hurdles for losers, basically you just play one-on-one. And if you score, then the person on defense has to go to half court and jump over the hurdles 15 times. All right. If you and then you go against the next person who rolls the ball out to you. If you don't score, this is the tricky part. If you don't score, you have to go do hurdles 5 times. So you're going to do hurdles either way eventually, unless you score forever. But you have to do like less hurdles or fewer hurdles if you are the person not scoring versus the person who got scored on. So someone, every one-on-one game, it will be doing hurdle jumps. And we'll have a line of about 4 kids, so make sure you guys sprint back to the line and roll the ball out to close out to get it, and make sure that there's only like 3 dribbles max, so that we're not playing full games of one-on-one that take an hour. We're just playing like little quick bursts, the same burst that happened during games. As for King's drill, it's pointing left, pointing right, sliding with both ways, all right, and then going rebound where everyone jumps up, going loose ball, everyone dives on the floor, taking charges, all right. All the different things that we could do. We go slide back again. All this stuff is online if you want to see the demos. And then we got chair duo. That's you don't have to use a chair. We used actually like big cones, or you can actually use another individual doing it with you, where you guys dribble the ball with the same hand. So I have mine in my right hand. He has his in his right hand. Then we go between our legs and behind our back with a huge step crossing over. You shouldn't bump into each other's heads because you're going opposite directions. You want to see who can go the fastest. There's also another way to do this game where you have a defender guarding you and they have their hands on their knees. And you dribble the ball. And as soon as they remove their hands they remove one hand from one of their knees, they will try to steal the ball. They'll always try to steal a cross. All right. And wait, is it a cross or the same? Make it the same. All right. I think. Wait, 1, 2. I don't know which way, but either way, as soon as they remove their hand and go steal the ball, that's when you have to go between your legs behind your back. So you have to go on their count. That should be the way that we do it tonight. Extended Monogenobi layups, that's right here with the ball right here. You're on the elbow. You push the ball straight out as you step long. You keep the ball up with your shooting hand underneath it, and the ball's above your eyebrow, and you're shooting a layup, sprinting through the baseline. All right, and then you go from the opposite elbow with the opposite hand and opposite foot. So it's just learning how to shoot your extended Monogenobi layup. And for this, since it's a Monogenobi layup, not just an extended layup, you're going to go crossways. So you're going to go diagonal. So if you're on the right hand side, you look to the right hand to the right hand elbow, you're going to be going across the lane. All right, so you go straight with the big step, then you hide the ball with the next step. Then you leave the air with the next foot in the air as you shoot this shot on the opposite side of the rim, so that the rim can be your protector. The rim and the net will stop them from blocking your shot, so you score on the opposite side. Jamal, what's his name? Jamal Murray? Yes. Jamal Murray, he does this a lot to protect himself since he's a smaller player from the bigger players. Then athletic finish. For that one, I believe it's with 3 cones up, 1 at the top of the key, 2 at the elbows. You're going to go in and out between the leg behind the back on the first cone. Then you go to the second cone, depending on which hand that you were with just 1 bounce with the opposite leg step to a spin move to in air relocation, score off this hand, or in the air, show it and score with that hand. So there's 4 different moves. You can go right or left and then finish with the right or left, and it's in and out between the legs behind the back to spin. Make sure that there's no dribbles in between there, besides the dribble that initiates the spin move. Last one is ladder to sidestep series. We put the ladder from the 3-point line, the top of the 3-point line, all the way to half court. And you go through the ladder with the Icky shuffle, so that's 2 feet in, 1 out, where the remaining one goes up, both in, 1 out the other way, the remaining one goes up, as fast as you can, while dribbling. As soon as you get to the 3-point line, you're going to go sidestep, 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 while looking at the rim, and then you can either shoot the ball from the 3-point line, go straight to the basket with the strong side hand to an extended layup, or you can cross over with the strong side foot, crossing over with it for a jump shot. All right, so those are all the moves. Sorry that I can't show them. I'm one step closer to figuring out how to speed up my computer again. It's so weird. It's such a huge computer. I know I have enough RAM. I just have to figure out how to reset it. I think that's my browser. But yeah, so I'll figure it out soon. All right, and then that's about it. So that's what we're doing tonight. Make sure you guys show up for all that stuff. And it's time to check the homework. Did anyone do the homework? Is anyone doing the homework? Is anyone trying to get better today? Let's check it out. Who we got? Was that Declan in that one? A nice job. The Reddick Chase drill. I like that one. The cones, triple cross repeat. Nice job. The push-ups. Still doing the push-ups, you guys. Great job. Form bank switches. I see you, Teo. And then Taz a couple of days ago. But that's it from the last day or so. All right. The Reddick Chase drill, man. That one's tough. I like that JJ Redick is like becoming like more of a household name after his career is done. It's kind of funny, but yeah, he would be sprinting, pulling up for J's all the time. That's a tough shot. Epic drill is pretty tough too. Is anyone still doing the jumps for this month? Is anyone doing the homework for this month? That's tough. All right, I see Taz's run from a couple of days ago as well. All right, let's check out the story of the day. And again, I know it's solo. I'll figure that out too. Man, I keep saying this, but it's tough. All right, so maybe turn up the volume. I don't know. Put the phone right by your ear. Anyway, listen for it. Watch it.
The country is full of good coaches. What it takes to win is a bunch of interested players.
All right, that said, the country is full of good coaches. What it takes to win is a bunch of interested players. Man, I could not agree more. You were in Pueblo for a funeral today, and yesterday I just got back. Well, welcome back. Ah, man, funerals are tough. But yes, there's a ton of good coaches out there. I believe so too, especially when the coach's job is just to, I don't know, show you a book and say follow it. Point over there and say shoot it. Go over there and say jump it. I mean, coaches' jobs are easy, dude. It's just that you don't have very interested players who remain interested. And, you know, and it's not just being interested, because everyone's interested. It's just that, are you interested in the correct things? Are you interested in working hard? Are you interested in, like, going correctly, doing stuff correctly? And that one's a tough one. All right? Again, I mean, I know how a fourth grader should study to get straight A's, but the fourth grader probably doesn't want to do that. All you have to do is study like a seventh grader, study like a high schooler, study like a college guy. All right, and I know what it takes to have a seventh grader become a great basketball player, but do they want to do that? Because it's probably not as fun as doing other things. I mean, probably like the most fun. What is the most fun thing in all of basketball to you? Like the most fun thing you can do in basketball, is it lowering the rim and dunking? Is it doing trick shots? I know I like that one. Is it dribbling? Is it dribbling practice? Is it playing 1-on-1? Is it playing 5-on-5? Is it playing 3-on-3? Is it running? Do you happen to love running that much? Is it doing drills where you're shooting jump shots? Is it working on like weaknesses for you? I don't know. Whatever it may be. But that's probably how good you're going to be. Because if it happens to be playing knockout or playing 21, and that's the most fun thing to you, you're probably not going to be that good, sadly. Because, I mean, those things are fun, but if that's the most fun thing to you, you're going to be doing it a lot more than you will be doing the other stuff. And even if you don't do it as much as the other stuff, you're not bringing as much joy out of the game because you're not doing the thing that you like the most. And as you do the other things, you won't be giving them enough enthusiasm to do them any justice. All right, so it's kind of just like how you were born, or like how you were first inspired, or just like who you happen to be. Do you happen to be a person that loves doing 10 minutes of jump ropes a day, a mile run a day, lifting weights, shooting 500 shots a day, ball handling for 15 minutes a day? Do you just happen to love those things? And if you happen to love those things, then you're like a fat guy that likes cake. I mean, you'll be like, yo, dude, you are way too fat. Come on, man, you're gonna die, baby. And then he's like, well, I can't stop it. You're like, why? Why can't you stop it? I love cake. And you're like, but can you stop eating it? No, I love it. Well, what if I handcuffed you? Oh, I'll still find a way to eat that cake. And if you're like that about basketball, if you love basketball like a fat man loves cake, you're gonna be unstoppable. All right. And especially if you love the things that actually make you better at it. Right? You are a highly unique individual, and no one's going to be able to keep up to you because you like these nuanced things that no one else even cares to care about. Right? So you're extremely lucky. Right? And if you are one of those people, we need you in our program, baby. We need you. We need you. So come on over. All right. Let's check the movie of the day. Now, the movie of the day is a very problematic movie. I mean, should I take this off my list, or because the moral at the end kind of like spelled it? They're not showing this movie. I don't think that this movie survives. All right, so this movie is about an NBA guy. He got kicked out the league. Why he got kicked out the league, I forgot. But what he did was he decided to play girls basketball, or women's basketball. All right, and so he switched over from the NBA to the WNBA, and he just dominated it, which would happen. I mean, come on, but would he be breaking the backboard? I mean, because I'm sure he's had a few breakaway dunks in the NBA, and he didn't break the backboard. Are the backboards softer in the WNBA? Is that what happened here? I mean, did he hang on the rim? Then if he hung on the rim, it should be a T. But I believe I've seen a Mythbusters episode that said that they couldn't break a backboard with a piano. They attached something like a lever to a piano and dropped it to try to break the new Shaq-proof backboards, and it's like literally impossible. He broke everything except for the backboard. So I know it's a movie, and I know it's like problematic because of all the trans stuff going on in the world, but him breaking the backboard might be the silliest scene since I've seen in a while. And the only other movie that has done this has been Cable Guy. Alright, just as ridiculous. But overall, it was a funny movie. I think it was like dating a girl on the team, like things like that. I can't say I have not seen it in a while. If your parents allow you to watch this, it is our 8th grade movie of the month. You can do a movie report on it. But I thought it was funny. I don't know. Maybe like read some reviews about it first. So anyway, the movie's called Joanna Man. All right, and that was the name he selected. He was like, Joanna Man is my name, like that, and it totally worked. And it was just like your cliche like tropes, like how they dealt with it in the locker room and all this other kind of stuff. But I thought it was a decently funny movie. I'm gonna give it 38 stars out of 50, just so I don't get in trouble with any communities out there. All right. Anyways, the trivia question today. Let's move to that. We got Caleb killing. We got Caleb killing right now. I mean, as killing can be. He's up 3-2 to 1. Then we got the Wongs right there, the wrong answer. And but yes, let's see what the trivia question is today. I believe this one will be extremely easy for any true basketball nerds out there. Okay, I mean, you should not need Google for this one. Like, really, this is like such a popular thing that, I mean, dude, everyone should know this answer. Anyways, there are basketball has been around for many, many years. Okay, and we all play basketball in many different, places. We might play indoor, outdoor, in our homes, in our driveways, in our hallways, in our houses. You might play basketball at school with in class, just when you throw a thing into the wastebasket, right? All right, but this question comes from that, and the question is this: what were the first basketball hoops made out of? Easy question. I believe, I heard this since I was freaking born. They're like, what the first basketball hoops were made out of? They are made out of this. And I was like, really? Oh my God, I'm just 1 day old, but you just told me that. So what were the first basketball hoops made out of? Not the first basketball balls. I think that those were made out of pigskin, or probably straight from a pig. They probably just bounced a pig. What is a decent guess? That is the answer right there. Okay. I've seen that before. I saw from Blake. What Teo just did is he copied off of Caleb's answer to make it look like he was that close, and he got the answer wrong. It's a peach basket, and everyone should know that. The peach basket, because they were like, yo, it's cold outside, we need a sport. And Dr. James Montgomery Naismith, he said, let's throw a ball into a peach basket. And they put it on top of I think the swimming pool, since it was empty. But it was still wintertime, so I don't know how this played out. They were in Canada, right? But yeah, so a peach basket, not just any basket, but a basket for peaches. And I don't know how long it took for them to cut a hole in the bottom, but that's how the game was bred, and that's what it was. The options online, it said chicken wire, mop buckets. I couldn't imagine that, but I could imagine milk crates, because I've seen those. Milk crates are outdoors, so if someone answered that one, it would have been close. But yes, it was the good old peach baskets. So next time that someone asks you should know that answer. Kieran gets it right. We are now tied 3-3 to 1. Teo in the end. Nice try. All right, we got. Let's check our picture of the day. Picture of the day is the game tonight. I believe it's tonight, right? It says that. TNT 6:30, the Heat versus the Celtics. All right, that's game one. I'm not sure what happened in the other series. If there is another series, I'm not keeping track. As a Lakers fan, I just watch the end. Okay, I only watch the finals. So talk to me then. I'm not sure what happened last game, but let's talk about this game. Okay, this is the game to talk about. We'll just ignore the other game. Ain't no reason to talk about the game that might have allegedly happened last night. We're good. We're good, Denver. We're good, Denver. Huh, Colorado? Anyways, stop cheating with all your altitude and stuff like that. All your flops. You're flopping, Joker. But yes, how will Jimmy Buckets do? They had a 3% chance to win via ESPN. ESPN said that they had a 3% chance to win via all their analytics, all their stuff. Is it because the Lakers lost? I didn't even know that. Is the series just one game now? Is that what's going on? Is the series just one game? Oh no, it's still 7 games? I think we're okay. Calm down. But yes, Jimmy Buckets has a 3% chance to win, is what ESPN said. But they upgraded it. They upgraded it to 4%. What caused the 1% change? Does Boston really have a 96% chance of winning? That's crazy high. I don't know. All I know is Jimmy Buckets printed out that article. You know he printed out that article and he put it on his freaking bathroom mirror and he stares at it every single day. And he might have another surprise left in the tank, because I never bet against Black. Never bet against Jimmy Buckets. Never bet against Jimmy Buckets in this lifetime. Okay, I'm calling it now. I'm not going to say whether they're going to win or not. I'm just saying it would be stupid to bet against Jimmy Buckets. Anyways, don't forget that the quote of the day, you guys, is don't bet against Jimmy. No, I'm sorry. All limitations are self-imposed. Yes, the great beat the Celtics 3 times already. The Heat beat the Celtics. That's just regular season, dog. What are you talking about? We're in the playoffs now. We're in the playoffs, dude. Cue my music.